Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news that on top of the Optus screw-up, now the 4 largest ports in Australia are effectively shut down via a cyber attack. But first up today, we should note that credit rating agency Moody's has held the US credit rating at AAA, but changed the outlook to negative from stable. It has been stable since 2013. Moody's expects federal interest payments relative to tax revenue to rise to 26% and to 4.5% of GDP by 2033, from 9.7% and 1.9% now. Over the weekend, the latest consumer sentiment survey for the US, the one by the University of Michigan, reported a sharpish retreat of the sentiment in November from October. But to be fair, it is still 6.5% higher than a year ago. Almost all the fall is in the current conditions component. The future expectations component rose marginally. Of more concern is that the inflation expectations component rose somewhat to 4.4% for the year ahead. Long-term inflation expectations for this survey hit a 12-year high of 3.2%. And staying in the US, Fed boss Powell was speaking and said it is too early for them to announce definitively the conclusion of its interest rate hikes. But he didn't make a case for further rate hikes either. India's industrial production was up 5.8% from a year ago in September, a sharp slowdown from the 14-month high of 10.3% gain in August. This is also well below market expectations of a 7% year-on-year gain. Most key sectors there are in retreat though, especially for factory production and electricity production. Overall, industrial production fell 3.5% in September from August, with electricity production down 6.6%. They won't want this recent trend to embed. And we should note that ratings agency Fitch has maintained Australia's AAA credit rating with a stable outlook. And staying in Australia, the RBA released its monetary policy review with updated data and forecasts, noting there was likely to be less progress in bringing down inflation in the quarters ahead than they'd previously thought, and that there's increased risks of inflation remaining high for longer there. 4 of Australia's largest port operations, those owned by Dubai's DP World, are effectively shut down due to a cyber attack on the company. They say no ransom demand has been made yet, but the failure has prompted government crisis meetings over the weekend and is leaving more than 30,000 containers stranded ahead of the year-end holiday season. The US Treasury 10-year yield is up 3 basis points from Saturday, now at 4.65%. And the price of gold will start today at $1,939 an ounce. That's up $3 from Saturday. And oil prices have firmed 50 US cents to be $77.50 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is just on $81.50 a barrel. Both are much lower than a week ago, however. And the Kiwi dollar starts today at 58.9 US cents and unchanged from Saturday. Against the Aussie, they were a tad firmer at 92.7 Australian cents. Against the euro, also a touch firmer at 55.2 euro cents. That all means our trade weight index starts today at 68.9 and little changed. Get more news about the New Zealand economy from interest.co.nz. Kia ora, I'm David Chaston, and we'll do this again